Hello there and welcome to Chris's Retro Corner. I'm Chris, this is my Retro Corner, and this came through the post the other day. In fact, it came through the post about a week and a half ago, and it's taken me absolutely ages to get around to doing this video. And I've so been hankering to get into this box. That'll give you an indication of what's in here. You've read the description, you know what the crack is, so yeah, this came about a week ago. It's a little battered, it did arrive like this. I'm pretty sure it's absolutely fine. So let's get into the box and have a look at what's in it. Slightly off centre, didn't cut that in the right place at all. Okay, could have been packed by Amazon this. Right, let's get rid of that. Invoice, only 2 boxes in here, bye. And this is what I've got. There we go. Personal computer, oh wow, I haven't seen the box to these. So yeah, personal computer, lovely, smashing little box. Oh wow, it's like on the box. You can kind of see that. Oh, I was expecting it to have the sight on as well. Maybe that was too much. Maybe that was just a bit too much. Oh, you've got the spec list on there as well. Lovely, loads of stickers. I can't read what's under there at the moment, but I'll have a look under those carefully at some point. But yes, this is a Raspberry Pi 400. I am very much operating at the trailing edge of technology here. It's part and parcel of what the channel's about. But yeah, obviously everybody else on the internet has been looking at these things about a year ago and their old hat, and everybody's going, oh, will there be a Pi 500? So yeah, it's taken me a while to get where we are. And a Pi mouse, of course, because it looked great, and I think it's going to look pretty awesome together with that. So why have I got a Pi 400? And in some lights that's a really good question. In others, not so much. It makes perfect sense and it's a logical progression. A few years back, a friend of mine, Hobbs, sold me for a tenner his Pi 2B, and that's proved a wealth of information and entertainment, very much entertainment, to be quite honest, in so much as I've been doing a bit of retro gaming, sort of very low end retro gaming on that, and then I sort of start getting a bit more into the retro scene. Check out the website Arcade Punks. If you know about Arcade Punks already, you'll probably get where I'm coming from on this one. So a little while later, I picked up a Raspberry Pi 3B, and that's been running a couple of different images with a reasonable overclock on them. So I've kind of had my sights on a 4 anyway, from a sort of a retro gaming perspective. And then the Pi 4 happened, and yeah, there's just something about the design of this thing that just it does something for me. It really does. It just looks gorgeous. Talking about that, let me stop gassing and get into the box if I can. I don't want to ruin the box. Oh, lovely, just a slip cover. Okay, I'm quite excited about this. You know, I've seen everybody. I've seen the world and their wife unbox a Pi 400 now, and they do look great. What am I going to do? Because I don't want to kill the box. Oh, it goes that way. Hey, there we go. Felt like it was upside down, but yeah, there we go. There's the Pi 400. Lovely, very minimalist there, and the computer itself is very minimalist as well. To the uninitiated, you might go, oh, it's just a Bluetooth keyboard or something like that. For the slightly more initiated, you'd look at that and go, oh, it's a Raspberry Pi keyboard. But yeah, it's this bit at the back that's the interesting bit. So this harks back to all those lovely 8-bits that I enjoy so much, and I know a lot of you guys do too as well. And yeah, look at the styling of that. You know, it's sort of got all your ports along the back, and it's all contained and housed in one unit. Basically, if you've and I daren't try and take them off my shelves at the moment because they are rampacked in. I can take this one down. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. I can take that one down without upsetting too much. You'll remember this. This was the Oricatmos that I was donated by You Make Robots. And the styling cues here. How familiar does this look? Let's just put these two ladies. There we go. Just there. But you get where I'm coming from, yeah? I know you do. Let's pop that back. So yeah, you could argue the Raspberry Pi 4, you could plug it in, you could put it in a case, a lot of people do, sort of run big screen presentations and the likes off a little Raspberry Pi. But it was the all-in-one, all-in-a-keyboard thing that really sold me. You take this, you plug it into your TV, and you're computing, or similar to it, and that's what I like. So yeah, it just ticks all the boxes. Let's have a look at the mouse. Looks like there's a little sticky thing on that. And again, it's kind of all about the design of these things. It just cues in brilliantly, doesn't it? How gorgeous is that? Hello. The convenience of having an optical mouse as well, and not a ball mouse. I love my Amiga and my ST mice. But yeah, I can imagine that's going to be a slightly more consistent experience, let's say, without being too rude. So let's plug that in there. Go that way. So yeah, on the back of that, we'll have a quick look. We've got the GPIO ports. I'm guessing under that is that a little rubberized cover. Feels like it. Got the micro SD card slot, very accessible, very handy. You've got two micro HDMI ports that are capable individually of doing 4K at 60 frames a second, but I believe when you plug in two monitors, you're looking at halving that frame rate. But it's still 4K. Power input in a Type C USB connector, one Type 2, and then USB 2, should I say, and then two USB 3, and a gigabit Ethernet. Lovely, very compact. So I am wanting to plug this in. So let's get to it. So we're going to need some power. We are going to need some video as well. That's the other one. Okay, so let's plug this in. I don't know if it supports two monitors straight off the bat. Not quite enough slack there. Okay. And power. And it's on. Oh, I should have put the monitors on. Look at that. Need to move that little camera, I think. There we go. Oh, is it just mirrored? It's just mirrored. Oh, how interesting. I haven't put the SD card in, have I? It's over here. Ah, it's literally just looking for a boot device. Cool. Right. Oh dear, rookie error. Now I believe function F10 will turn it off. There's a power logo there. Hold that. Is it 2 seconds? Is that just gonna? Who knows? Well, it works, which is a good sign. I had no doubt that it wasn't going to. Right. Okay, let's pull the plug. Which way to go? That way? Oh, handy. Okay, label up. Mental note. Let's pop that in again. So that has basically got Raspberry Pi OS on it. That is literally all I've done. So I've gone onto the Raspberry Pi website. Is it doing something this time? I don't know. Yes, it is. Hooray! Ooh. Okay. Does that mean it's outputting by default to both of those? Is it? I don't know. It's really exciting. Or has it gone off? Well, the mouse isn't on yet. Anyway, I'll stop rambling while this reboots. But yeah, basically onto the Raspberry Pi website. There's a tool, there's a download tool. You can download it, and you can pick what operating system you want to put on there. So I have chosen, Raspberry Pi OS. Used to be Raspbian for this. So this is the first boot of this. Not quite sure what to expect yet. I'm kind of hoping it's just going to take me to some form of desktop environment where I can configure it. It's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled as well, so if I did want to use a Bluetooth controller with it, or a Bluetooth mouse, not that I'm going to, because that just looks awesome with that, then I certainly can. I can connect it up to my Wi-Fi. I have got Ethernet up here as well. Not gigabit, trailing edge of technology here, remember. So yeah, it's still on. I'm sure it just said put the SD card in and boot it up. There may have to be a jump cut. For the time being, I am going to try turning it off and on again in standard IT fashion. Quite excited. I want to see a desktop. I want to see what Raspberry Pi OS looks like. Has it gone straight back to sleep again? Or it could be. No signal. No signal. Oh, it's gone to sleep again. A curiosity. Okay, I can work with this. Shame. Maybe I'll need to re-image the micro SD cards. But as I was saying earlier, I have on a separate SD card installed what was it? RetroPi. So yeah, just RetroPi, nothing else, just tiny stuff, no ROMs, anything like that. It's just freshly burnt. Give me 2 seconds while I go and find that. Okay, so we'll pop the power out of this. Take the micro SD card out. Pop that one in. Power it back on. We'll see what it'll do this time. Okay, this is more signs of life. This is better. This is kind of more like what I was thinking Raspberry Pi OS would do. Oh, look at that! It supports the 2 screens. Oh, beautiful. Worst luck, there's going to be nothing I can do with this because I haven't got any problems on there or anything yet. But we might be able to have a snoop around the interface. So this is the first time I've put RetroPi from scratch, from absolutely nothing onto an SD card. So this is an experience for me. Like I say, there's no ROMs on there or anything. Problem. I've loaned my Pi 3 out to a friend of mine with both my SNES style USB controllers, so I haven't got a controller to put into it. Bother. I probably do. I just can't think of one off the top of my head at the moment. I've got a USB controller around somewhere. Maybe an Xbox 360 one will work. I will be right back. Couldn't find the 360 controller lead, but I've got a generic Bluetooth one with a lead. So let's plug this in and see what happens. Or is it? It's there, isn't it? Okay, so controller, it's getting power released. Right, hold button A on your device. Oh man. Maybe I should have persisted looking for the lead. Oh, okay. Might have to phone my mate, see if I can borrow those back. Right, had a look, couldn't find the lead, but second option, generic PlayStation 3 controller and lead. So let's pop that over there. Let's plug that in. We'll see if we get a little bit further with this. Oh, okay. Excellent. It did actually recognise what that was. Up, down, left, right, start, select. A, B, X, Y. Left, right, left. Ooh, left. Left. Right. Oh, I got that the wrong way around, I swear. Left analog, up. Come on. Oh, I've done this so very wrong. Basically, I only ever set up the USB SNES controllers. Hotkey, select, there we go. Cool, that'll do for now. Haha! Has it picked up the mouse at all? Don't know if you can use mouse in RaspberryPi or not. Who knows? Cool, there's nothing there. Of course there isn't. I haven't configured it. I've booted something and I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm still quite a noob when it comes to RaspberryPi. Using pre-made images and just occasionally changing the odd thing here or there is about as far as I go. So let's have another jump cut and see if I can't get the Raspberry Pi OS working. I am super keen to get a GUI environment going on this. So yeah, pop back to one side. Before I do that, does that work? 2-second hold, it's supposed to power off. Oh, and it does. That's an exceedingly long 2-second hold. Right, let's get rid of the controller. We'll swap that card out. I'm going to head off and re-flash that card. Hopefully I can get somewhere with that. And we shall reconvene here very shortly. Right, third time lucky, I hope. Let's have a look. Let's pop this in here. I think I have been somewhat of a noob, and yeah, I may have burnt the 32-bit version onto that card instead of the 64-bit version. I had an update to the Raspberry Pi installer application, and yeah, on closer inspection, rather than just blitz through it like you've just seen me do, I have gone back again and read the options, and yeah, there's a 64-bit version there, and it specifically says 400. So double fingers crossed that this is the version that works. But yeah, nothing ever goes as planned, does it? So I'm not going to hide behind the mistakes I make. I'm experiencing this for the first time. You're along for the ride as well with me. Thank you for sticking around. Hopefully this will boot. We will see. So things have got a little tricky. What I've done is I've taken my Retro Pi SD card and I have re-imaged that with Raspberry Pi OS on. So yeah, let's take that one out, pop that to one side, because we know that this is a working SD card. I must admit, I'm not 100% sure about the other one. So that's in. Let us, oh yeah, I can just power on. More fingers crossed. I don't know, can I cross more fingers? Let's see how far we get this time round. Ooh, it did something different. I don't remember seeing that before, unless I blinked and missed it last time, or the time before, or the time before that. Ah, we're back to no signal again. Oh, what a shame. So let's pop this in. Turn it back on again, and oh dear, it would be great. It would be great to see Raspberry Pi OS boot up. So the difference is this time is I've just gone for the recommended one at the top of the list. Nothing particularly interesting whatsoever. Let's see what happens. It seems to be this sort of resized root file system thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's just got problems with my SD cards, perhaps. I'm unsure. Okay, no. The only thing I can think of potentially is that I perhaps might not have quite a high enough amperage coming out of my PSU of choice. Although it was fine with RetroPi. Really interesting. So different images, different cards, a lot of head scratching. Power? I don't know. I didn't see any sort of lightning strike in the corner of the screen, which might otherwise indicate that the Raspberry Pi is running a little low on juice. We shall see. I shall change power adapter. Right. If this doesn't work, I am fresh out of ideas and I am going to have to Google it. That's a different message. I don't remember seeing that before. Possibly should have been paying much closer attention. Definitely saw the little cursor disappear. One would assume it's still up to mischief. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. Come on, was it really just a power thing? Oh, bother. Look at that. Lovely. Oh, which way have I got my screens around? Oh, it's got the screens the wrong way around. I'm sure I can fix that. Oh wow, there we go. So that is my very first look at Raspberry Pi OS. Oh my goodness, can't believe I've just been through that. So that was different images, different SD cards, different micro SD card USB adapters. And all along it was the power supply. Well, I never. That's a surprise. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. I was expecting the lightning strike in the corner of the screen. Just didn't get it. Oh. Yeah. Click this to get started. Okay. What's it going to say? London. Use English language. Yes, please. Queen's English, if you don't mind. Not that I can speak it. Okay. I've got no idea what I'm doing from here, so probably be a good place to end the video. But yeah, eventually. Oh my goodness, it's not going to, unless I put my Wi-Fi code. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely going to be snooping this. Cool. Right. Okay. I'm gonna stop here because it's taken quite a long time to get this far. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Complete and utter noob error. I thought I was using a 3-amp power supply in the first place. Evidently, I wasn't. Maybe that wasn't pushing out quite enough power, but I've learned my lesson. Yeah, I'm gonna sit and configure this and have a look, see what it's got to offer. Put the screens the right way around. So that is my Raspberry Pi 400. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to find out a little bit about Raspberry Pi OS. I saw the word Python there for a split second as I scrolled the menus. That's interesting. I'm not a particularly talented programmer by any means, but it's all very interesting stuff. I'll be honest, a lot of this is because of the retro appeal. I've already said it looks absolutely amazing. I think it looks great. I love that whole two-tone thing. It's beautiful. It really reminds me of sort of the old early first home personal computers, the 8-bit micros. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to do some gaming on this as well. Fresh out of the box, this does 1.8 gigahertz on its Cortex A. What is it? A27? 27 or 72? Can't remember which one it is. Processor, which is a little faster than Raspberry Pi 4, just the board. So it's already going a little bit quicker. People often take these up to 2 and even 2.2 gig. There's a massive heat sink inside. I've seen plenty of YouTube videos of people cracking these open, having a snoop inside. It's effectively just a Raspberry Pi 4, but with a slightly reshaped board, and a massive heat sink off the CPU as well. So it'll push quite a good overclock. Dreamcast, Nintendo 64. What else? Sega Saturn, I think it'll do to a degree as well. So yeah, there's some scope for some mucking about with this. So this will be a little bit of desktop fun. It will be emulation as well. I think it'll emulate the Amiga and the ST really nicely, especially having the mouse and keyboard thing going on. Do check out, while I remember, my good friend Stephen Combs over at Retro Combs, who has taken a Pi 400 and using the Commodore emulator Vice, he's designed, and it's freely available to you if you wish, a decal kit, so you can re-sticker the keys, so you're actually looking at a Commodore Plus 4 keyboard as you're using one of these with Vice on it, sort of a very low level emulation software that's running on there, and it just looks top notch. It looks really great. He's even designed a little sort of Commodore style sort of stripe logo at the top there. Not a stripe, it's the bars, isn't it? Rather than the stripe, it's the little bars on the Plus 4. Go and check that out. I'll put a link down in the description. But yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching. You'll be seeing this around a fair bit on the channel, I think, over the coming months. I hope to see you around as well. Do get in touch down in the comments below. I love a good chat. But otherwise, stay safe, and I do look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye.